production side of things, and we have the players joining the game. We're about to get started, ladies and gents. Best of 5 semi-final match. Both these teams already have $50. They're trying to get a little bit more on the money. The finals match, there's going to be $300 for first, $100 for second. So trying to get into that position as well. But there we see Jacob in the blue with the white hat on. Actually, I really like the look of this eQuinox team. I'm like intimidated already, and I'm not even playing. It's fancy, super fancy.
And one thing I want to see here is Chrome. Will this allow him to have a little bit more freedom to move up and go for those demo plays or go for the better passing plays that we've seen before? But at times he was kind of limited because Sad Jr. at times was not playing all that effectively. So yeah. Chrome would have to sit back a little bit more. Now that he has Jacob and CorruptedG, two of the best players in North America, he might be able to do a little bit more kind of annoyance on that front end. Right here, we see him trying to go for a pass, but just barely missing it. But Kronovi just setting it up pretty well for CorruptedG. Can't do anything with it, though, in this corner.
Does CorruptedG have a hat on, too? I can't really tell. Yeah, he does. We have a pirate hat. Yeah. We have a pirate hat for CorruptedG and a cowboy hat from Jacob. I love it.
So Chrome is just slacking. He normally, will rock a hard hat once in a while. Chrome, where's the hard hat,
Oh, man. All right, G2 versus eQuinox. We have a lot of questions, and hopefully a lot of those questions get answered right now. What kind of shape is this eQuinox team is? How is G2 looking? We saw G2 a little bit earlier today playing against Splice, and Splice played it close, but G2 with a relatively comfortable victory there. And now, again, this is the first time we're seeing Jacob play alongside CorruptedG and Chrome, and this team that they're dubbing eQuinox. For now, who knows what this team might become in the future. Certainly RLCS ambitions, perhaps. But again, a lot of, well, they are, but we don't know what the overall team is going to look like. Nothing's really announced or confirmed. So, oh, there we see Chrome starting things off with a nice little goal there. Let's see what set that up. Looks like Kronovi was trying to clear it out, but CorruptedG, great shot to the backboard there. JKnaps barely missing at the top there, and Chrome able to finish it through. So eQuinox getting on the board early.
Somehow CorruptedG, every time he has space with the ball, can smack the ball. It seems like pretty much faster than anyone. Right there, it's a surprise G2. He threw it extremely fast off the backboard. Like instead of doing his normal shot, and then Chrome coming in to clean up the easy goal because JKnaps went for it. But JKnaps here, a pretty easy clear out to Rizzo. And JKnaps could win the ball once again, but ran out of boost. But G2, they are in control here. But it's more ping-pongy right now. There hasn't been a lot of contained pressure from either team. Bouncing back and forth a bit.
Yeah, I'm looking, I'm just looking for the plays because, Jacob's, he's kind of the playmaker who'll come out and just do ridiculous things when you don't really expect it. Yeah. And I feel like Chrome and CorruptedG are just ready to set him up for that. So I'm really looking out for that. There's a nice demo from CorruptedG. That could be a great way to get some momentum in your favor. And right now, eQuinox has control, keeping on the G2 side. G2 trying to turn it around. Rizzo going up in the air off the backboard. JKnaps getting a nice shot over the middle. Kronovi trying to be there, but Jacob there a little bit faster. He's going to try to turn this into a breakaway, but from nice blocking from JKnaps to prevent Jacob from having much of anything on the orange side of the field. And now we're seeing the ball back to the middle. Both these teams fighting for control. JKnaps a little bit of a back pass. Kronovi not quite prepared for that. Now Jacob has control, but Rizzo going incredibly quickly towards that ball and the challenge trying to hit it the other way. Not getting the best clears, so still potentially an opportunity for eQuinox. Rizzo finally able to launch it across Kronovi with another touch, and JKnaps is there communicating with Rizzo, who's going to get it. Looks like JKnaps is going to go up, send it to the middle, trying to get a scoring opportunity. Kronovi is there, sending to the middle again, a double tap, trying to get to the goal, and there it is from Kronovi. Great patience, waiting for that shot, and a nice little touch up to the backboard, and an excellent follow through. That's what separates the great players from the good players, able to finish that off and get a nice little goal.
So close there from Jacob. He tried to read the hit from CorruptedG to help out on the defensive support, just barely missing it, and that allowed Kronovi to get a wide open double tap there for an easy goal.
All right, we have a tie game now in this best of 5. eQuinox with the early goal, but G2 answering back. Kronovi coming across the right-hand side. CorruptedG trying to get control of this ball, but Kronovi still with control, trying to send it over to JKnaps or Rizzo in the middle, but CorruptedG is there. Rizzo able to get control, has a decent angle on the goal, trying to pass it over to someone. But Chrome able to secure that, pass it over to Jacob. He's going to launch it down. Kronovi is there to bring it back to the other side. And Rizzo now with control, but Chrome with the great challenge there. Now he's past two of the G2 players, trying to send it to the orange side. Jacob is ready for the hit, but JKnaps is there first, and there the ball goes back to the eQuinox side.
And so far, G2, they have some pressure, but again, not a lot of shot opportunities right now. They're doing a good job. Chrome's doing a good job on those 50-50s to try and keep them out of the play. Right here, we see all three from eQuinox going into that same exact ball, but they keep passing extremely well to Jacob. Like, even on the defensive side, they're smacking the ball right into Jacob in these plays, and right there we see CorruptedG end that spree of shots, basically. The spree of shots off the backboard. Chrome, great ball off the backboard. I'm surprised JKnaps did not go for that ball right there. He was definitely closer than Rizzo. He could have at least tried to deflect it out, but he allows Rizzo to come out. CorruptedG is way closer, and that turned into a pretty standard goal because of JKnaps not deciding to actually attack there.
Yeah, and Rizzo not the best angle. Ooh, Chrome with the relatively simple goal there. I wonder what happened. Just off the kickoff, Chrome able to sneak over to the left-hand side. Kronovi just caught off on the angle. I think he thought he had a play on the ball, but then realized, oh, wait, I don't. But then it was a little too late at that point. So very nice goal there from Chrome, and eQuinox get the 3-1 advantage over G2 at this point. 30 seconds left. Not a lot of time here for G2 to work with. But remember, it is a best of 5. But you always want to get that first game win in a best of 5. JKnaps trying to move it over to the other side of the map. CorruptedG is there in the middle. JKnaps staying onto it. Kronovi going up, but Jacob's there first, sending it to his own backboard. Kronovi able to touch it to the middle, but no one's there for G2, and this is going to be the countdown to end the game. There's not enough time. eQuinox is going to get the first win in this best of 5 over G2. Nice play from them.
And this is one of those games where I could see the eQuinox taking this best of 5, because honestly, they might have more practice time lately.
They look good, man.
Because they're looking for a new third, so Jacob is coming in like, hey, we need to practice to see if this works before we commit to RLCS Season 5. While G2, it's been a long break, and they're probably slowly getting back into those scrims now. But I was talking to Kronovi last week. I'm like, how are scrims going with everyone in North America? He's like, oh, that they're going extremely well, because we've done absolutely 0 scrims, just like everyone else in North America. Everyone basically took a long holiday break. Yep. So we might be seeing a little bit more of a sketchy G2 because of that. We thought we might see that because of Cloud9 as well, but Cloud9 looked extremely strong. So maybe it's just G2. Like, this is them trying to ramp back up just in time for DreamHack, which is what, 2 weeks away at this point?
Yeah.
So this is probably the start of their practice for that. And it's not the worst thing ever. Like, if they don't make it here again, like, whoever loses this can play next week on Tuesday for another spot, like in the grand final.
I love it. It's like, oh, it's the off season, it's holidays, everyone take a break. Boom! Yeah. Ting open, no breaks, play some Rocket League. We want the best teams out there playing. I wouldn't have it any other way. I did that on purpose. I get bored during the holidays. I don't know about everyone else. I want to see guys all for watching. I see you guys in the chat. You guys look so beautiful today.
They do.
You know what? I feel like the chat is being particularly classy, and I think it has something to do that I feel like at this point, most of our pro players are mods.
So they're keeping everyone.
So thank you, Turbo. I credit to Turbo. Thank you, Turbo, for keeping everything in check. But here we are, game 2 of this best of 5 between eQuinox and G2. eQuinox starting off incredibly strong. Honestly, both these two teams kind of surprise additions to this tournament, as they were not registered for the initial attempt of this tournament, but they were able to sneak in at the last second, literally, to be able to play. And here they are, both of these teams a match away from advancing to the grand finals of the Ting Open. And I love what I'm seeing from this Chrome CorruptedG Jacob lineup. I always thought a team like this would be fun to see what it's like, and we're seeing them do some good things, going up 1-0 against G2 in this best of 5, but G2 does not get up. They have a lot of superstars on their team, so they're going to try to bring it back. Rizzo passing to JKnaps off the backboard. Kronovi waiting in the sweeper position, not able to connect on that. The ball going the other direction on the field. CorruptedG trying to make something happen, trying to pass to the middle, but Rizzo is there and try to bring it up the wall, actually passing it to Kronovi. He's going to push it forward, but no one's really there. JKnaps going to try to get control now. Jacob is trying to be on defense. He's not able to get the connection. There's a demo from JKnaps onto CorruptedG. They're going to keep control. Jacob trying to get rid of this ball. He does not want it to be anywhere near his half of the field. CorruptedG able to push it away from the goal. Kronovi is there and waiting. So G2 applying a lot of pressure here in the early stage of this game.
And in game 1, we saw no demolitions from G2. We're starting to slowly see them come back. Very similar to the Splice series, but we'll see if they can continue that, because we've seen Chrome kind of doing the same thing for the old FlyQuest, now, of course, eQuinox. So we'll see if he can get some demos on the other half of the field. But Chrome so far, like in game 1, he was my big question mark, and he played extremely well, just being a nuisance on the offensive side. And like he, I think, is going to be the key factor to see if like eQuinox can be one of those top teams in North America. Like if Chrome is playing well, you know Jacob and CorruptedG will probably be backing that up. So I want to see how Chrome plays throughout the series and throughout this entire year of Rocket League.
What an opportunity. I mean, you talk about another esports scene that is like a honeymoon phase, where right when you make that first team change, or right when it looks a little bit different, it can really turn it on for some of these teams. So we'll have to see if that can apply to this team that we see with Jacob, CorruptedG, and Chrome. But again, we don't know anything official about this team. It could just be a pickup for this tournament, but looking good so far. G2 applying a lot of pressure. JKnaps with an excellent shot, but an even better save. I think that was Kronovi pulling that off. And now we see the pressure continuing to be applied here by eQuinox. Chrome launching it over to the G2 side. Rizzo there on defense, going to try to obtain control. CorruptedG a little bit late. Jacob is there, but great challenge from Rizzo, able to get control of that 50-50, passing it forward to Kronovi, but Chrome there in the middle of the map, passing it over to Jacob. Jacob upside down, and that's a great sign for Jacob and for the eQuinox team, and any eQuinox teams there, because whenever Jacob's upside down, good things happen. And G2 staying strong on defense, though. We're still got a tie game, Gibbs. 0-0, 2 minutes left.
This is, again, very similar to that Splay series where G2 has not let eQuinox get a single shot, but they can't find the back of the net, so they're saying it. Oh, right as I say that, JKnaps from midfield gets the pass from Rizzo and just beats everyone out on this ball. Really surprising how Chrome, who was waiting for the boost to look like in that back corner, not expecting JKnaps to be up on the wall like that. And JKnaps, one of the best players in the entire world. He was my number 3 player from 2017, and he's showing it right there with a great shot. Really quick shot coming off that back wall, or side wall, I should say.
And, you know, it's always the question, the JKnaps factor. It applied in E-League. It's applied before. A lot of people call him, you know, it's on a lot of people's top 5 lists. I mean, you just did a little thing, Gibbs, where you asked players their top picks, and I'm sure JKnaps is at the top of most, or near the top of most of those lists.
Yep.
But when JKnaps always has the ability to change the momentum and really bring the game into his hands, so I'll have to look out for that to see if he can make it happen. And he's doing good things so far. Putting G2 up 1-0. Bumping Chrome, trying to get Rizzo out of there, but he's able to recover. CorruptedG trying to keep this on the G2 side, trying to give it on over to Chrome, but he's not able to get there in time. JKnaps is there instead. There's a demo. Rizzo onto CorruptedG. This could be an opportunity. Rizzo trying to stay on it, off the wall, trying to pass it to the middle. No one is there. JKnaps going to try to recover onto this. Chrome trying to get control, passing it towards the G2 side, trying to get another hit on it, but Kronovi is there to turn it back. Jacob going up the wall. Is this upside down mode? Yes, it is. Not going to flip it forward. Rizzo able to get a great challenge there, sending it again to the eQuinox side. Trying to secure a goal, to a great position. Kronovi not able to finish it, but JKnaps there to sweep it up. A little bit of a delicate touch towards the corner there. And eQuinox able to turn it around, but Rizzo keeping on that blue side for now. Chrome meeting it on defense, sending it back to the G2 side. Kronovi already up in the air, trying to pass to JKnaps. Great challenge there from CorruptedG, colliding in midair, but Rizzo's going to be the first one there. Can he make anything happen with this? Passing it off the right-hand side, and Jacob is there to bring it the other way.
And there's only 10 seconds left here, and eQuinox has to send every single player right there. Jacob just...
Oh, my God.
Oh, but CorruptedG just gets it around. I believe that was Kronovi. I think it barely hit him as well. And, oh, no, I'm sorry. That was JKnaps. Oh, no, it was Rizzo and JKnaps.
Yeah, barely missed him.
By both of them. And CorruptedG, one of the best shooters. Like, he was like 75% of all goals plus assists for this old FlyQuest squad throughout RLCS. And he does it again. The clutch factor with less than 10 seconds to go. And we are going to another overtime unless Rizzo can keep this ball up. No, he cannot. Here we go. Game number 2. Such a big game for G2. They are down 0-1. You do not want to be down 0-2 at this point.
Yeah, is anyone doing the math in the chat? I think we've had 4 or 5 overtimes at this point. A lot of these teams so evenly matched. I love to see it. eQuinox barely able to get that goal in the final seconds. You called it, Gibbs. They literally sent everyone forward to make sure that goal happened, to push it into overtime. But let's see if it was in vain, because although they have a 1-0 lead in the series, they would love it to be a 2-0 lead. But G2 at the same time They had the lead that entire game, so they certainly want to convert this into a victory here in overtime. But for now, looks like eQuinox with the pressure. CorruptedG slamming it off the backboard. JKnaps is there, passing it to Kronovi. Kronovi coming along the left-hand side, but Chrome is there to meet it. Rizzo there on defense to try to bring it back the other way. Going off the ceiling, CorruptedG going up to the sky, passing it over to Jacob, but JKnaps is there with a great challenge, sending it back over to the blue side. Chrome on defense, right to Kronovi. He's going to pass it to the middle. Tied 1-1, 56 seconds down in overtime. The next goal will win this game. We'll be going to a game 3. Remember, eQuinox is up 1-0 in this series. G2 would love a win here. Back to Rizzo, launching it up to JKnaps. Up in the air, going to pass it off to the corner, but CorruptedG is there to bring it back the other way. Still pretty evenly matched here in overtime, Gibbs.
Yeah, one thing I love seeing is Chrome and CorruptedG are trying to set up Jacob every single time for these plays. We see Jacob pre-jumping on tons of these plays, and he gets the pass off the corner to who other than CorruptedG to score another goal here. Smacks off the wall really hard, and JKnaps just cannot reach that ball, and that is why you want to hit that ball as hard as you possibly can off the back wall. Don't let the defender try and catch up to that ball, and CorruptedG had just a little bit more space available. JKnaps just can't catch up to it, and that is a 2-0 now for this brand new squad of eQuinox over G2, the E-League Cup champions. The last major tournament there's been was G2 taking the victory, and eQuinox is like, hey, it's been a long off season, and teams are going to be shuffling around, even in skill. So maybe like eQuinox trying to make a statement here with a big win over G2, and who knows, possibly over Cloud9.
Yeah, and they've made it this far already, and it seems like it's smooth sailing more or less. And it's making me wonder, how much have these guys practiced? How much have they been playing together before this tournament started? And it seems like they've found a decent amount of synergy. And I'm not just talking about the hats of Jacob and CorruptedG. These guys are looking good, and this is a match where they were down 1-0 with like 10 seconds left, but they were able to score, send everyone forward to send it in overtime and to take home the victory. So those of you counting G2 out, I would not do that, because G2, they pretty much had control that entire game with the 1-0 advantage, but eQuinox able to pull it through in the clutch to bring it to a victory. eQuinox up 2-0 in this best of 5. Remember, both these teams get $50 guaranteed no matter what, but they're also playing for a spot in the grand finals. The winner of this match will advance to the grand finals of the entire Ting Open, and also advance to the finals of the Ting Open Qualifier number 1, where there's $300 up for grabs for first place. Cloud9 is waiting right now for the winner of this result, and it could happen by the end of this game. If eQuinox can take home the victory here, they will get the 3-0 victory and advance to the finals and to the grand finals of the Ting Open. So G2 has some work to do if they want to stay in it. They're a team that's known for coming through in the clutch, known for some pretty spectacular plays. Can they pull it through against this very new team we're seeing out of eQuinox and try to bring back the series?
And one thing that I find surprising is that eQuinox is trying to get Jacob involved a ton, but it hasn't really worked yet, but they still have a 2-0 series lead. Like, Jacob is trying to get those pre-jumps, trying to make those plays, but it's just been barely off every single time. So if those start actually working, Rizzo with the double tap just barely misses it, and Kronovi hits it high. He probably expected Rizzo to at least hit it again, so he was worrying about like another pass. So it was kind of a surprise shot from Kronovi, but he throws it up high, and eQuinox just squeaked it out there. They were pretty happy about that, because that should have been a goal.
Yeah, and they've had a lot of pretty fortunate circumstances here. Again, talking about the end of that last game, really making everything work and making the plays happen when it absolutely matters. So we'll see if they can keep that up here. Tied 0-0, minute and 30 seconds down almost. Kronovi on defense, over to Jacob. He's on the other team, so he's going to launch it towards that orange goal. He's going to keep control of it. Is anyone in the middle there from eQuinox? Yes, CorruptedG was, but Kronovi there as well. Getting a nice challenge by Chrome. Able to sweep it up and nudge it right there in the bottom right of the goal, and eQuinox takes a 1-0 advantage.
So a very awkward play. Oh, you see JKnaps, he actually leaves the net. He just completely leaves the net.
Sometimes you got to get boost, man.
I guess. I'm not really sure. He saw Rizzo was also in net. I think he just lost track of where the net ended. It was a very awkward play there. But
and there's times where you think your teammate has it no matter what, so you're like, all right, I can go.
Yeah, that was a little surprising there from JKnaps, and you can't have those mistakes as they're on match point. They will lose If they lose here, they are out, and they are not qualified for the grand finals yet. They will have to play again and try and re-qualify for one of those top 2 spots. So G2, one of the best teams in North America, versus a brand new squad in eQuinox with Jacob rocking a brand new team, coming out strong here.
Oh, yeah. And Rizzo and Jacob just canceled each other out in the middle of the map, so a double demo there. 2v2 for a very slight moment, but we're back on the G2 side. JKnaps trying to bring it back to the blue side. G2 needs to make something happen here, down 0-1. Again, this is a must-win game for G2. If there's a time for them to get some plays going, get some momentum going, again, right about now would be great. Kronovi going over to the blue side. Some great challenges there. JKnaps trying to follow up, but missing. Chrome coming back the other way. Kronovi on defense, bringing it up the wall, trying to send it to that blue side, but CorruptedG is there, and guess who's waiting? It's Chrome. Can he get the shot onto the net? Yes, he can. What a play. CorruptedG, knowing his teammate was in the deep right corner, launching it in that direction, and CorruptedG, he does this best, just getting that angle perfectly right, sending it right into the back of the net. eQuinox, the 2-0 advantage.
And this is why you stay on the opposite side of the field. He goes and grabs the boost, so G2 has a lot less boost, and it just so happens that CorruptedG set up a perfect pass for Chrome, perfect deflection, and now 2-0 lead for eQuinox, 2-0 lead in the series as well. 2 minutes left for G2 to try and make the grand finals to play against Cloud9.
All right, let's see if they can make it happen. G2, such a strong team. We know they're capable, but can they put the pieces together? JKnaps on defense, standing over the left-hand side. Chrome is there, ready and waiting. JKnaps going to stay on it, launching into the middle. Kronovi is there, going to pop it up. Rizzo kind of shadowing Kronovi right now, trying to get a good angle. Jacob is there to challenge it. CorruptedG getting the pass from Jacob. And sending it back to Jacob. Jacob sending it to the front of the net. Pretty dangerous position here, but JKnaps able to get control, staying onto that ball, sending it over to the blue side, and Rizzo able to pick it up on the left-hand side, trying to pass it to the middle. Kronovi trying to be in a sweet position, but CorruptedG with a great challenge back to JKnaps, and there's a bump from Jacob, leaving an open net, but JKnaps able to turn around. Great correction, great recovery from JKnaps to make that block, and G2 stays alive for now, but they're running out of time to bring this back.
And Jacob trying to be a little too stylish there on the offensive side. You do have a 2-goal lead. You don't want to go crazy. It leaves a wide open midfield for Rizzo, but can't really do much with it. And CorruptedG, he gets the clear, but Kronovi, now it's a little bit of ping pong. And JKnaps trying to pass Kronovi, trying to dribble. And Jacob does not allow it whatsoever. But G2, they keep control of this ball, and they need a goal soon. Down 2 with 1 minute left.
Good momentum here. I mean, Jacob and CorruptedG just collided with each other, and they both ran to get boost. So that was a good amount of time. It was effectively 3 versus 1, but eQuinox able to get back control. Rizzo, some pretty good defense. Chrome is there in the middle waiting, sending it back to the orange half. Over to the corner. Jacob is there. Nice feed there from Chrome to Jacob, sending it to the middle. CorruptedG trying to finish it off, but Kronovi there on defense. Over to JKnaps. JKnaps to the middle. Jacob and Chrome are there. Chrome gets the hit off the wall. Back to Jacob. Back to Chrome. Advancing it over to the orange side, and that's all they want. As much time as they can buy as possible. Nearly a goal, and it is a goal. Chrome making it in a 3-0 advantage for eQuinox with 30 seconds left, all but securing a victory for this eQuinox team.
So Kronovi, 0 boost there, trying to get back. He's trying to front flip like crazy. And then Rizzo coming in for the contest, just barely misses over Chrome. Winning out on that pseudo 50-50. I think Rizzo didn't even get a piece. But Chrome, it was a bar down, but he follows it up and gets the goal. And that's all but gonna clinch it here unless G2 does something incredible. And eQuinox is about to get the 3-0 sweep on G2. This brand new squad with Jacob, who just got kicked from NRG, is about to make some waves in the North America scene with eQuinox going to the grand finals to play against Cloud9.
How about that? eQuinox, a team of CorruptedG, Chrome, and Jacob, able to get a 3-0 victory over G2. G2 is out of Team Qualifier Open number 1. They get $50, but they will not secure a spot in the grand finals. They're going to have to try again next week. And eQuinox, a team of Chrome, Jacob, and CorruptedG, have secured their spot in the grand final of the Ting Open, and they're going to be playing next a best of 5 against Cloud9. That's going to be our last match here to close out the day. We're going to take a break pretty soon here, but Gibbs, how about eQuinox? How about this team of Chrome, Jacob, and CorruptedG?
And I have to say, we're talking about all these toppers, but hats off, literally, to Chrome. Hat-trick in Game 3. I'm here all week, guys. Hat-trick in Game 3. He played amazing in Game 1 as well. Chrome was my big question mark on this team. I was thinking, hey, like eQuinox, this might be a season where they go into Season 5 just waiting until they can replace Chrome. But no, Chrome is here to play. Chrome is playing well. Rob G, the oldest man in the world, coming up big with the hat trick in game number 3, knocking out the E-League Cup champions in G2.
Boom. And that's got to feel great for them. And now we get to see them play against Cloud9. Ladies and gents, we have one match left for you today in the Ting Open Qualifier number 1. It's going to be a best of 5 between eQuinox and Cloud9. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, it's the finals. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I'm Nathan Fabricant, known as Nathanius in the esports and Twitch community. I do streaming and commentary, and I'm here